The temptation of youth and the invisible trap. You're a man in your 40s, 50s, maybe even your 60s. You've been through enough ups and downs to carry some scars. Scars from love, from business, from life itself. Then one day, a young woman walks into your world. She's vibrant, full of energy, wrapped in mystery. She smiles. Her eyes light up when they meet yours, and to your surprise, she actually notices you. Not in that shallow, polite way. No. She sees you in a way that makes your heart beat like it hasn't in years. Suddenly, you feel alive again. The fire returns. Pride stirs inside you, as if it's been reborn. But here's the danger. In that very moment, most men begin to lose themselves. Instead of standing firm on the foundation of experience and strength they've built over decades, they start shrinking, bending, reshaping themselves to fit into her world. And the moment they do, the balance shifts. Stoicism has a name for this. The loss of self through desire, when you forget who you are, chasing nothing more than an illusion. Lesson 1. Don't try to be her age. The first mistake older men make with younger women is trying to play the part of someone they're not. They start dressing like they're 20 again, pretending to enjoy music they don't even understand, nodding along to TikTok trends they secretly couldn't care less about, and chasing after every fad just to seem relevant. But here's the truth. The moment you try to compete on her level, you lose. You don't become more attractive by shrinking yourself into her world, you become less. What drew her to you in the first place wasn't your ability to imitate her peers. It was your presence, the calmness, the grounded strength, the quiet confidence that only comes with time, scars, and lived experience. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Pretending to be something you're not is neither right nor true. It betrays your essence. And betrayal of the self is the fastest way to lose respect, not just hers, but your own. The real secret? You don't need to be her peer. Your strength is in being her opposite. Let her bring the fire of youth, while you stand as the rock, steady, calm, immovable. Let her be the spark of excitement, while you bring the depth and wisdom that balances it. A younger woman doesn't seek another boy to compete with. She seeks the stability, the depth, the maturity that only time can forge. Don't run from what you are. Own it, because that is where your true power lies. Lesson 2. Don't become her emotional trash can. One of the easiest traps for older men to fall into is becoming the free therapist. A younger woman might come to you with her pain, her chaos, her tangled fears of youth. And because you've lived longer, because you've endured your own storms, you believe you can save her. You think your wisdom, your patience, and your stability will fix her. But here's the brutal truth. The more you take on her burdens, the less she desires you. You stop being the man she admires and start becoming the crutch she leans on. You're no longer the mountain, just the couch she collapses into when the world is too heavy. And when she's done venting, she walks away lighter, while you're left carrying the weight. Seneca warned us long ago, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than necessary." By absorbing her storms, you chain yourself to struggles that aren't yours. You voluntarily step into a prison you never needed to enter. This doesn't mean you should be cold or indifferent. Presence matters, listening matters, but the Stoic man understands a vital distinction: to listen without absorbing, to care without drowning. A storm may rage around you, but you don't jump into the flood. You stand as the lighthouse, steady in the wind, guiding others without collapsing yourself. The secret is this: be there, but don't be consumed. Show compassion, but keep your center. A man who can stand in silence, grounded, while chaos swirls around him, that man radiates a safety deeper than any sweet words or constant reassurance. Women don't fall for the man who bleeds with them. They fall for the man who bleeds less because he has mastered himself. In a world of noise, be the quiet strength. In a world of storms, be the unshakable rock. That is the presence a younger woman craves, not a therapist, not a savior, but a man who stands tall no matter what winds blow. Lesson 3. Don't chase her approval. When an older man fears losing a younger woman, he often makes a critical mistake. He starts chasing her approval. He compliments her excessively. He sends message after message, anxiously waiting for replies. He compromises on his values just to keep her interested. And slowly, without realizing it, he becomes less of a man and more of a performer, desperate for applause. But here's the paradox. The harder you chase validation, the faster it slips away. Approval is like a shadow, you can never catch it by running after it. The more you seek it, the more obvious it becomes that you don't have it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Imagine that. You've lived decades, you've built a life, you've endured trials, and yet a single unread text from her can make you doubt yourself more than all your years of experience affirm you. That's the power of misplaced dependence. A Stoic man doesn't crumble in the silence of others. He doesn't let indifference rattle his core. He understands that self-worth is not given, it is claimed, not through her compliments, not through her attention, but through his discipline, his consistency, and his integrity. The secret is this: when she is distant, don't panic. When she is silent, don't beg. Stand firm. Let your actions, your focus, and your mission speak louder than your insecurity. A man who validates himself commands respect without asking for it. And here's the truth women rarely admit. They are drawn to the man who doesn't chase their approval because he doesn't need it. His energy says, "I know who I am. If you see it, good. If not, I'll keep walking anyway." That's the kind of man a younger woman can't help but respect. Not because he begged for it, but because he didn't. Lesson 4. Don't try to impress, lead. Many men enter relationships like they're applying for a job. They buy gifts, they show off, they plan elaborate surprises, all in hopes of winning the role of her partner. But here's the problem. The moment you treat yourself as a candidate, you've already handed her the power. You've said, "I'm waiting for you to approve me." That's not attraction, that's auditioning. And women don't fall in love with applicants, they follow leaders. Stoicism reminds us that true leadership is not about domination or control, it's about direction. It's about living with purpose so clearly defined that others naturally want to join you on the path. A Stoic man doesn't bend his life around someone else's whims. He sets his course and moves forward with calm determination. The secret is this: stop asking, "What do you want me to do?" and start saying, "Here's what I'm doing. You're welcome to join." Don't try to entertain her with tricks or shallow displays. Instead, let her witness how you live, what principles you uphold, what goals you pursue, what battles you choose to fight. A woman isn't drawn to the man who scrambles to keep her entertained. She's drawn to the man whose life burns with purpose, the man who is already climbing his own mountain. She wants to feel that if she walks beside you, she's part of something bigger than herself. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to impress, you become impressive. When you stop seeking her approval, you radiate authority. The man who leads with quiet strength doesn't need to convince her of his worth. His life makes the case for him. In the end, women don't follow the performance, they follow the fire. And that fire must be lit within you. Your vision, your discipline, your mission. That is leadership. That is attraction. Lesson 5. Don't build the future too soon. Another mistake older men often make is racing ahead in their minds. After just a few dinners, they're already imagining the wedding, the house by the lake, the kids running through the yard. They start speaking in forever, language before reality has even had the chance to test the present. But Stoicism warns against living in imagined futures. Epictetus advised, "When you are about to put your hand to something, remind yourself what it is." In other words, see things as they are, not as your hopes want them to be. When you start projecting too far ahead, you blind yourself to what's happening right now. You stop noticing whether her actions match her words. You ignore red flags. You overlook whether she truly respects you. And instead of leading, you start investing in a fantasy. The key is patience. Let the present prove itself before you start building castles in the sky. A strong man doesn't mortgage his peace of mind on what might happen. He evaluates what is happening. This doesn't mean you can't dream. Vision is important. But the Stoic man keeps his vision grounded in evidence, not wishful thinking. He observes, he tests, he waits. Only when a woman consistently shows loyalty, respect, and alignment with his values does he even consider the next step. And here's the irony. When you stop rushing to lock in the future, you actually become more attractive. Why? Because you communicate abundance. You're saying, I don't need to tie you down to feel secure. I'm already secure in myself. That calm certainty is magnetic. Women don't admire the man who clings to a fantasy. They admire the man who stands in reality, unshaken, and builds only on solid ground. So don't give her a picture of a future you can't yet see. Give her the strength of a present that is undeniable. That is how trust and true attraction are built. Lesson 6. Don't become the backup plan. One of the most dangerous roles a man can accept is that of the just-in-case option. You're not her first choice, not the man she brags about, not the one she thinks of when she's excited. Instead, you're the safety net, the comfort zone, the guy she texts when plans fall through or when loneliness hits at midnight. At first, it feels flattering. She reaches out when she's down. She calls you when she's upset. You feel needed. But over time, you realize the truth. She doesn't turn to you out of passion. She turns to you out of convenience. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." If a relationship makes you smaller, weaker, or less respected, then it's not love, it's exploitation. Here's the hard rule. Never settle for being someone's backup. You're not a spare tire to be used only when the road gets rough. You're not a substitute teacher filling in until the real one arrives. If you accept that role, you train her to see you as temporary, disposable, and replaceable. The Stoic man values himself too much to play second string. He knows that attention without respect is empty. He would rather stand alone with dignity than sit in the corner, waiting to be called upon. And here's the paradox. When you refuse to be the fallback option, you actually increase your value. Why? Because self-respect is magnetic. A man who says, "I won't be your backup plan. Either I am the choice, or I am nothing at all," forces others to recognize his worth. Remember, love without mutual respect is not love, it's dependency. If you feel like you're constantly waiting to be chosen, you've already lost. Walk away. Protect your dignity, because the right woman will never make you wonder if you're her plan B. You'll know you're her first and only choice. Lesson 7. Don't abandon your mission. If there's one mistake that destroys a man's power faster than anything else, it's this. He abandons his mission for a relationship. He forgets the path that made him who he is. He stops training, stops building, stops leading, just to spend more time entertaining, pleasing, or accommodating someone else. At first, it feels noble. You tell yourself, "She's young. She needs me. I should put her first." But in reality, every time you skip your priorities for her, you send a silent message. My life revolves around you now. And that's the very moment you stop being the man she was attracted to in the first place. I knew a man in his mid-40s who ran a small but thriving business. When he started dating a woman nearly 20 years younger, he began canceling meetings, skipping gym sessions, and ignoring his own long-term plans. He told himself he was making her happy. But here's what happened. The business suffered, his health declined, and his sense of purpose faded. Within months, she lost interest. Why? Because the fire that drew her in, the ambition, the drive, the discipline was gone. The Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius wrote, A man's worth is no greater than the ambitions he pursues. Your mission is not just something you do. It is who you are. It's the spine of your existence. Strip it away, and you collapse into someone unrecognizable. Women, especially younger women, are not drawn to men who orbit around them. They are drawn to men who are already moving towards something bigger, something higher. They want to feel that by walking beside you, they are stepping into a greater journey. The secret: never abandon your mission. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Let her see that no matter how much you care for her, your purpose remains untouched. You train, you build, you grow. If she walks with you, great. If not, you keep walking anyway. And here's the paradox. The man who refuses to abandon his mission becomes irresistible, because nothing is more magnetic than a man who cannot be swayed from his path. Lesson 8. Don't become her emotional puppet. One of the oldest tests in relationships is this. A woman throws out little storms to see if you'll lose your center. It could be a sudden mood swing, a burst of jealousy, a dramatic silence, or even a playful provocation. The mistake many men make, especially older men, eager to keep the peace, is reacting instantly, bending, adjusting, or apologizing for things that don't even require an apology. In that moment, you stop being the man. You become the puppet. Every pull of her emotional string makes you jump. Every silence forces you to explain. Every frown dictates your behavior. And soon, without realizing it, you're no longer living by your values, you're living by her moods. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say or do. Only what you do." The Stoic man understands this. Peace is found not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. The secret is restraint. When she is angry, you remain calm. When she is silent, you stay grounded. When she tries to pull you into a storm, you refuse to enter. This doesn't mean being cold or detached, it means being immovable. You are the oak tree that doesn't sway because the wind changes direction. And here's the paradox. The less you react, the more respect you command. A woman doesn't admire the man who dances to every emotional tune. She admires the man whose strength creates a sense of safety, because if he won't be rattled by her storms, he won't be rattled by life's storms either. So never let yourself become the puppet of someone else's moods. Stay rooted in principle, not reaction. A man who controls his emotions doesn't just protect his peace, he becomes unshakable in her eyes. Lesson 9. Don't try to buy her attention. One of the most common mistakes older men make with younger women is thinking they can buy interest. They shower her with expensive dinners, designer bags, weekend getaways, all in the hope that money will secure her affection. But here's the truth. What can be bought will never be respected. At first, it may seem to work. She smiles when you hand her the gift. She laughs over champagne. She posts the vacation on Instagram. But deep down, you know she's not attracted to you, she's attracted to the lifestyle. And the problem with attraction to lifestyle is simple. The moment someone offers her a shinier one, she's gone. A friend once told me about a man in his 50s who dated a much younger woman. He spent lavishly jewelry, cars, luxury trips. For a while, she played along. But when his business hit a rough patch and the money slowed, so did her interest. Within weeks, she moved on to someone else who could provide the same thrills. The man wasn't heartbroken because she left. He was heartbroken because he realized she had never truly been there in the first place. The Stoic perspective. Epictetus warned, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." A Stoic man understands that his value isn't tied to what he can buy, but to who he is. The real currency of attraction isn't money, it's character, discipline, and direction. The secret is this: never use wealth as a substitute for worth. Give gifts if you wish, but not as a strategy to secure love. Let generosity flow naturally, not manipulatively. What should impress her is not the price tag of what's in your hand, but the strength of what's in your heart and the consistency of your actions. A woman may enjoy the sparkle of diamonds, but she craves the shine of a man with vision, conviction, and self-respect. That is something no credit card can buy. So remember, if you have to purchase her attention, you never really had it. Attraction built on money dies with money, but attraction built on strength, presence, and purpose that is unbreakable. Lesson 10. Don't reveal all your depth too quickly. The final mistake many older men make is giving away the very thing that makes them valuable, their depth. Out of eagerness, they share their entire life story, their vulnerabilities, their struggles, and their dreams all within the first few weeks. They believe that honesty means pouring everything out at once. But what happens? The mystery is gone. The intrigue disappears. Instead of becoming more interesting, you become predictable. Think of it this way. A good book doesn't reveal its ending in the first chapter. A powerful movie doesn't give away every plot twist in the first 10 minutes. It unfolds, layer by layer, keeping the audience engaged. Your life, your experiences, your wisdom should be no different. The Stoic angle. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. What you reveal, and when you reveal it, colors how others see you. If you give it all away too quickly, you rob both yourself and her of the natural process of discovery. The secret: share yourself slowly. Let her see pieces of your story, gradually revealed through your actions, not desperate confessions. Allow her to earn access to the deeper parts of who you are. This isn't about playing games, it's about respecting the weight of your own experiences. A younger woman isn't captivated by a man who spills everything in a rush. She's drawn to the man who carries a sense of mystery, the one who reveals wisdom over time, like hidden chapters in a book worth reading. When you reveal yourself too quickly, you teach her to take you for granted. But when you let your character unfold at its own pace, you create something far more powerful than excitement. You create anticipation. So don't empty your soul on the first page. Let her read you slowly, because the man worth knowing is the one who knows his value and doesn't hand it out all at once. Conclusion. In the end, Stoicism doesn't teach you how to win over a younger woman, it teaches you how to win over yourself. Don't chase approval. Don't abandon your mission. Don't shape yourself into a lesser version just to please someone else. You are a man who has lived, who has fallen, and who has risen. Let that calm power be your magnetism. Remember, you don't need anyone to complete you. You are already whole when you stay true to your path. And the right people will recognize that strength. If this message spoke to you, give this video a like. It helps spread the philosophy. Subscribe to join this journey of inner mastery, and comment below, "I never leave my path," as your personal commitment.